Good afternoon, Keepers of the Cash. Happy new comic book day. And today we're just going to look at what I've picked up from my LCS this week. Some back issues and an AOK I received from Out of the Panel Comics. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun. And stay tuned for after my haul to get to this video's shout out, which is the hashtag community sizzle, and see who we're going to feature today on the channel. But without further ado, let's get right into this. So the first thing I picked up this week is the one-shot Jackpot. Now, MJ is the third person to be Jackpot, so I wonder how long they're going to keep her in this persona, and I don't expect it to last long. I do like the previous two Jackpots a lot, and fun stories, even though a little bit tragic, but MJ is the third Jackpot, and it's just a character with a wacky power set, and we'll see how it goes. Next up, White Widow issue number 3. Fun little cover here. I like that she's right above them and about to drop down. Just, you know, a classic espionage cover, spy cover. Something you expect, you know, like from a Bond flick or something else. Just nice. Next up, this series has been good. This is Alien 3. And continuing from the previous arc, with that character, I'm blanking on her name right now because I'm old, and that's going to happen sometimes, but that's okay. But nevertheless, a really fun story and a great revelation at the end of last issue, and I can't wait to see how it plays out in this issue. So really enjoying the Alien. Next up, we have Wonder Woman issue 5. Just a great cover here. I don't know who did this one, actually. And what Polkan, if you guys aren't watching Polkan Joe, check out his reviews. But he revealed that on these B covers, they also have the A covers inside. So I'm just going to show you what that is. So here's the A cover. I picked that up as well. But just in case you only wanted to grab one and you picked up the B cover, when you open up the inside, the A cover is also there. So just, I think that's a cool little feature from DC. I like that a lot. I think that's really neat. And I think it adds a little bit of value to the books when I'm picking them up, at least for me personally. But the A cover is really nice. And you got a little bit of the negative space working here in her costume. Just a cool little cover there. Great story. Tom King's been absolutely killing it. That's Wonder Woman is so well written. This next one is what I'm taking a chance on. So this is a Ryle-Moss presentation called The Colonized, Zombies versus Aliens. And this was a one-shot, a $10 book, so, you know, judge for yourself if it's in the budget or not. But it looked fun. The art inside looks really good, and decided to give this a shot. Even though I'm not the biggest zombie person, Zombie Vikings really surprised me in how much I liked it. So on the back of the good graces of Zombie Vikings, we're giving this a shot. Totally related? Not at all, but we'll see. Next up, I have this miniseries. In the 90s, Marvel did a bunch of Conan 3-issue miniseries. This is one I was missing. I was able to pick it up at my LCS this week. And this one was cool because it saw the return of the team of Roy Thomas and John Buscema. Writing and interior art, of course, with John Buscema. Not so much on the covers, but this is called Death Covered in Gold. This is part 1 of 3. And as much as I love the John Buscema pencils inside, fun Roy Thomas story, the coloring that they used in the 90s just threw me off a lot. It just seemed too glossy. And I know it was that in-between period when digital stuff was just getting started, and there was that little uncanny area where it kind of looked okay, it kind of didn't look okay. It was just odd. But a fun little series. Read it instantly and just really enjoyed it. Always great to see those two team up. And sad it'll never happen again, but they gave us some great years with some awesome Conan stories. All right, next up, I got 3 books here that are in AOK from Out of the Panel Comics. And then we'll get to a couple more back issues I picked up. All right, so first AOK book was John Carter, Warlord of Mars, issue number 11. And this is just the origin of Deja Taurus, and just a great cover. And one I didn't have in the collection, and I just wanted it for this cover alone. It's just beautiful. So happy to have it. Thank you very much, Dan and Zoe. And then a couple Marvel team-ups that I needed. Issue number 140, Spider-Man and the Black Widow. And sorry about that, an alarm went off. So, a really fun cover. The spider belt shining on her. And you don't see the Spider-Man uses the light on his belt anymore. It was just a fun little kitschy thing from that time period and just fun. Great cover. Then we have Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and Dominic Fortune, issue 120. And just another great cover. And I just like when he was with these characters that were a bit smaller, not as mainstream, and you just got something a little bit different in those stories when he was with characters like Dominic Fortune or Jack of Hearts, or someone that was a little bit smaller scale popularity-wise. All right, and then I picked this up for $5 from my LCS. So the owner just said, yeah, you can give me $5 for it. That's fine. So this is my second copy of this cover. I have 3 copies of this altogether, one with the an alternative cover. But this is Contest of Champions 1 from 2015. And this is the first appearance of the White Fox, Amy Hahn, in the Marvel Universe. She did have her appearance first digitally online, but this is her first comic book appearance proper. And then we have Cloak and Dagger. This was a one-shot and a great Mark Brooks cover. And I haven't read this, so I picked this up and just so I could read it and enjoy it. I always like Cloak and Dagger, another team where the characters aren't as popular as they could be, but their dynamic together is great, and there's always, for the most part, some interesting stories around these characters. All right, and last, I have a thing for 3D comics. I just like them. This is Disney's Comics in 3D, and you have Donald and Scrooge McDuck on the cover. So happy to add this in and enjoy that as well. But that's it for the pickups this week. Let me know what you think of the new books I picked up, the A-OK from Dan and Zoe, and of course the back issue haul. And now we're going to go to something I'm starting called #CommunitySizzle. And I'm having members of the community send me videos promoting themselves in their own voice. And I did 3 on Sunday, but they haven't been in their proper videos yet. So today we're doing, once again, we're going to do Nick's Kicks and Comics, and we're going to show him right after this, and you'll see his sizzle reel. Go subscribe to him, especially tune in Thursdays and Fridays when you get to see Nick and Ignacio on 2 Nerd Dads and have just great discussions. Mostly things just going on in life, sometimes about what they're collecting, but sometimes world topics. 2 great dudes, 2 of the best people in the community, and 2 of the people with the biggest hearts, and just 2 of the kindest as well. So go support them. Check them out. I'll leave their link in the description below, and check out the next video for the next #CommunitySizzle. And we're going to keep promoting people as long as we keep getting videos. That's it for today, guys. Until next time, keep it casual.
Hey, yo, Nick here from Nick's Kicks and Comics, and Gary B asked me to do the sizzle reel to talk about myself, but I cannot do that. So, I implore you, keepers of the cash, to stay tuned for my episode of the 1011, where we'll talk about my journey on YouTube, my love of 2 Nerd Dads, and my dealings with the Illuminati. Stick around to see which books may or may not make that list. Later.